at the very least, meet with him with me so that we may convince him not to run around speaking with all the servantry, asking them to do all these things. So it's going to give the wrong impression.
Very well.
All right. And do you have any red root? I have splitting headache.
I can call one of the maesters if you need.
No. Perhaps after we meet with... There's no point in curing a headache just to gain another one. Let's go.
Off find the king?
Yes. Seek an audience with the king.
Any place in particular?
I'll be at the armory now. Gathering, simple crossbows, simple staffs,
Okay.
simple swords,
Mm-hmm.
no finery.
Your armor is salt of the earth. He talks to you as an equal. He'll use you highness when he remembers. He's super helpful. Because when he first came in, he started to show you the good stuff. The engraved stuff and all that stuff. And as soon as you said you wanted the plain stuff, he's
Plain
like,
stuff.
really? Come over here.
Something that the regular guards might use.
Oh, we have plenty of those. Come on. And he takes you over and he's showing you the weight and everything. And that's where you all find him. After asking around, you find that the king was last seen heading in this direction, and you track him down to the armory, where they have there's a table, several broadswords have been laid upon it, several light crossbows. You prefer your character prefers the light. And it appears to that here. Let me grab another name. That Vassell, who is the armorer, is right now showing the king the just kind of showing him how good a shape stuff's in, and he's actually showing him a crossbow right now, and he's like holding an apple up, like, "Are you sure you don't want me to show you how this really works?"
I understand these, and I'll pick it up and I'll load.
Okay. Ooh.
And
Then I'll stand over there with the apple on my head.
well, I'm not that good.
My liege! Excuse me. Master
I bow.
Vassell, is it? Please excuse us for a moment.
Yes, my
Good
lord.
to
Yes,
see
my
you.
lord.
So has Gaelyn told you about our adventure? Our quest, as it is.
Yes, he has indeed, my liege.
What say you? Do you think it is as good an idea as I?
My liege, I do think it is a wise decision for a king to know his land.
Excellent, thank you. I
However,
knew that you
though,
would.
my liege, that is exactly why you have men such as me.
And that's why you're going with us.
I would be happy to ride the land for you, my liege.
Well, that's why, and
Surely there are
I
concerns.
will go with you.
Surely there are concerns of the castle that would that are more pressing than to ride about the land.
The most important part of being king is knowing the people. I have been hidden away studying for the last 12 years. It's time that I get out and meet these people.
But there are concerns for your safety, my liege. We must make that paramount.
And that is why I have you. I think more attention would be called if we had, 24 guards, lots of wagons.
Yes, but it would be the right kind of attention.
I do not know.
I think that mere numbers and the royal seal and a banner would dissuade any bandits or any fell-minded men from attempting anything to harm your safety, my liege.
My fear is not that they would cause us harm, but that while we are out, they would attack the castle.
This is a strong castle.
Especially if, our neighbors to the north are already, moving troops in.
Yes, that is another matter that I wanted to bring up for discussion, my liege. It's not exactly at the best time to be taking a leisurely stroll through your lands. There is much to consider to the northern border.
And that is why I want to go see it firsthand.
And perhaps we should assemble the proper entourage and make haste to the border.
My liege,
Chamberlain Richard is doing that now, so then when we return, we will go
Richard.
forward.
my liege, there is.
He is a wise man for his age.
Whereas a smaller number may travel more freely, perhaps in some ways even quicker. Still, you must understand that our chief concern is your safety.
I do understand that, and I do appreciate that.
And perhaps, if you are willing to have us, or if you're interested in having us travel in disguise, at the very least consider taking a bodyguard, and we can all travel as a caravan, if this is a decision that you were just insistent upon making.
I have a wagon prepared. I have clothes prepared for us so that we can go unnoticed.
Yes,
We can travel freely.
brings up another point, Your Highness. These types of things, if you want them to remain secret, they should be kept secret. We shall summon the proper servantry and discuss these options with them, but please try to refrain from going around the castle grounds and talking out in the open to all these servants and maids and such about this. It will do nothing but give the wrong impression
So is
of your rulership, Your Highness.
my Visalis, or whatever his name is still there?
No, I dismissed him.
No, he dismissed him. Yeah, he went out all grovelly.
Okay.
I can see what you're talking about, but it is too late at this point.
Well, it is too late for what has been done, but it's not too late to avert future issues, Your Highness. Please, if you have other needs and concerns, discuss them with me. I will see it done.
Well, I think right now, we're, the only thing lacking would be foodstuffs. I was on my way to the kitchen.
I will take care of it,
So,
Your Highness.
yeah, we should be ready to go.
Consider it done.
by tomorrow.
We might need at least another day's preparation before we can leave.
Indeed. At least.
What have I missed?
Well, there are many considerations. We have to make sure that the governance is in order before we walk away from the castle. Make sure that all the proper channels have been met. There's etiquette, procedure, protocols involved in this type of thing, Your Highness. We can't simply abandon all the traditions of this great country.
I understand that, and I understand the rule of law of the land, of who's in charge when I am absent, who has the power.
And who is in charge when you're absent?
That would be third name on the list down from the right.
Actually, your chamberlains.
There's probably a council.
Erik, Aeric.
Lord
Is your
Lord Erik is the
Seneschal?
seneschal. The seneschal.
Seneschal.
Who keeps the castle
He
and
has
keeps
the-
the government running if the
He will wear the chain in the mantle of command as when I am absent. I mean,
Is
he
it a
ran.
sound choice, my liege.
He ran while the queen was sick.
And now we have.
less than average.
Were the swords on the border ours or theirs?
Theirs.
Yeah, or swords are just. You haven't got a lot of detail yet.
Right.
All you've heard is rumors so far. You haven't,
Okay.
Nobody's been sent to go investigate or.
My liege, he did
Or
he
spy.
did run things while in the interim between the death of the queen and your ascension. But if the men amassing on the border is any indication of his rule, then perhaps
I
we
don't
should
think he ordered them to
reconsider.
go anywhere.
No, my liege. I mean, his foreign policy may have caused a rift, which has prompted the amassing of soldiers on our borders.
Well, we will.
Well, one thing you do know about a sword, I'll throw this out there. Jason Rennick is in charge, but he usurped the throne. He divested the old regent of his power, leaving William Morgan bereft of his father's blessings and running from bounty hunters after a reward for his death. He seems a cruel man who delights in causing pain and demonstrating his own might. So, there you go. Those are the basics about it.
That's the Jason guy?
That's
the guy.
yes,
that's-
Jason Rennick,
That's
who
the guy
took
that's-
over the country.
I bet he's at least third level.
What level is he? He's up there, but he's not. Ooh, yeah, he's pretty solid. Now this traveling is a character action which comes into the domain actions.
Okay.
So it's it's not a free action. So I'm throwing that out.
Yeah,
to make sure I know
it's not.
that. Okay,
yeah,
good.
this is a character action.
Good.
Yeah. I do not want to charge any taxes. I don't want to, make anybody, just signing,
Right. No, that's fine.
That's why I want to see things.
And the taxes
and
actually
then
comes
go.
in a totally separate
Yeah.
area. So.
See things and then go.
Your Highness,
That's
I am taken to mind suddenly that The swords on the border are
There you go.
of much more concern.
Oh wait.
This Rennick is a cruel and hard man. I wouldn't put it past him to attack the castle. Or at least attack one of your domains.
After he's
Were you
raped
to
and pillaged his way here.
were you to be caught, even with us, out in the field, by a number of soldiers, it would be catastrophic.
It would put a damper on things.
It would, at least, I doubt.
But, as king, I've decided that we will travel. I will grant you your day before we leave.
Then will you also grant us more than just us? At least your guard?
I have my spies too, and I understand that preparations are being made to place
He's bluffing. No, just go. Sorry.
to place, spies ahead of us as we travel.
Who would do such a thing?
You are not the only one with ears.
It is actually a pretty good assumption after it was suggested and then rebuffed very abruptly, and he's like, "Oh, okay." That's funny though.
So
Okay.
we will take precautions. We will carry with us pigeons to send word back in case we need help.
In all fairness, Your Highness, it seems like the best precaution would be perhaps to send someone else, but if you are want to do this, then we are your men.
And I thank you for that.
Your Highness. We'll see it done.
So
But-
shall I prepare animals then?
Yes.
Well, not till tomorrow, at least.
I'll have to set some preparations up to get several animals.
I think once,
Wait, like horses?
Yeah.
once our plans are
There'd be
met.
horses in the stables here.
I'm all aware of that.
Oh, I
We
don't
still have
understand
to
what you're saying.
arrange. Say we will need several horses ready for,
Oh, okay,
for
okay.
the morrow or
Well, we will
whatever.
be riding in wagons.
But he's
Or
giving him
a
an extra
wagon.
day, though, right?
Yeah,
He
he
gave
gave
him an
an
extra
extra
day, so it's the day after tomorrow.
No, I'm going to. He hasn't really said no to this. Every time I've talked to him, he's not said yes, but he's never said no. So I'm going to talk to his guard about kind of long in simple, plain garb. I keep mentioning that, and he just kind of he doesn't say no, doesn't say yes. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to take that as I'm going to go talk to the guard about
Okay,
coming with us.
yeah.
But they will be dressed in.
You can talk to the
They
sergeant.
will be dressed in
If
nondescript.
you give an order for them to go to wear nondescript
Yeah.
clothing, just carry one sword or a dagger, even whatever you
Right.
want. Yeah, they'll follow your orders.
Right.
Well, once we have our plans
They'll
Yeah.
probably
met,
assume that it's coming
Do I
from the
actually
king.
have some kind of noble rank? Theoretically, am I like a sir or a lord?
Probably,
Or just a dude.
are you like the
Aren't we
master
all?
spy or the master? I don't know what your position would
You're
be.
nobles,
necessarily.
but
Okay, so
Then
so,
we're my lord.
it's just it's
yeah,
kind
so,
of generic.
So for nobles, then we're my lord.
Yeah.
And actually,
That's
Jeff,
fine. That's all we need.
hold on,
It's fine. That's all I was asking. I didn't know if I was literally just like a generic guy.
because he was probably
Or was actually a noble.
Baron or something, essentially.
Yeah.
You could grant them noble titles.
I'm sorry, I was asking that.
Because y'all are scions, but you're.
When I was asking
So
that,
you
That's
are
part of being a
well,
noble.
You're already nobility.
when I was
yeah,
asking
so-
that, I wasn't asking for a title in the sense of
Okay.
I want to be, Duke of Shadowgreen.
Right, right,
You know,
but
I just
you're
want- I
probably
just
a
wanted to say,
lord.
like, am I a noble?
Those
yeah,
are free
yeah,
actions.
You're definitely a noble. What?
Those are free actions. I can grant you a
Decree.
largesse, title, or patronage.
You can do up to 2 free actions.
All right.
Grant. Let's
You
see.
are the lord.
Free,
Yeah.
grant, free, varies. I will
Success
take
is a
this
10
sword.
plus. Hold on. Promotion gets title, sponsors the art, increase the loyalty, respond to random event, create minor role-playing effect. Success number for action for someone angered by the regent's use of the power.
It is probably something where
You have to roll a 10 or better to do it successfully. You still do it,
Yeah.
but if you fail the roll, somebody's miffed that this guy became
I would say it's probably
the
almost.
Earl of Swirlies or whatever.
I would say it's almost probably something where it is something where once you
Swirly
have
Earl.
yes,
That's me.
once you have the king, his advisor has the power of the king
Yes.
unless the
Yeah,
king
exactly.
oversays, sort of thing. So it's going to be
Exactly.
like my word is gold.
You're right.
My word is platinum. His is gold. His is silver. It's one of those things where he can override him. I override both of them.
I don't know if either one of them could. Well, that's your call too.
Yeah.
You decide what the kind of pecking order
So,
is.
But once we have
So
made
you're
our
going to go talk to the
Well,
sergeant at arms.
Do I have your
essentially.
leave?
yeah, so once we have made our plans, then we will
I
leave.
bow.
Okay.
We will
Okay.
leave the day after, and we
Okay.
will
And I will go.
pray
Not only
for
I'll go
safe
and speak
passage.
to
Absolutely,
the
my
group
liege.
of bodyguards.
Yeah, that'd be this. Didn't you? Yeah. How many personal bodyguards did you?
24 plus the sergeant.
Plus you got the sergeant. You want to talk to the sergeant?
Yeah,
you're
we're going
gonna
to speak to
talk
the sergeant
Okay.
about, if not all of them, at least half of the bodyguard, and
He seems affronted by that. Half. No,
no,
they'll
I
all be there.
said that's
They'll all
fine.
be there.
That's fine. I said if he is, that's what I was saying. That if he, felt that there needed to be elsewhere for some reason, then yes, all of them we will be traveling as simple caravan.
Discreet.
Yes, quite.
It's not,
Royce,
it's not even a caravan. A caravan would imply more than one wagon.
No,
Well,
they'll all
we
be
can
on
call it that, I guess.
horses.
There's not even horses. There are horses pulling the wagon, and we are on the wagon.
So
Until
You
that
know
morning. When
you all want to.
What are they doing here?
you didn't say no, sir.
So,
Okay.
at the very least, fetch another wagon, or perhaps even a few carts, and draft horses to pull them, and your men will be riding on them as, once again, travelers, merchants, whatever it is.
He's for that, yeah.
What's up?
He agrees. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Sergeant.
And he's off to make the arrangements that he can.
And then I'll go to, I guess, and then I'll also kind of just go to out, right to the, either the stables or whatever the section of the castle would be called, and just let them know that, we will need several horses for, I guess, the day after tomorrow.
Okay. That afternoon there is, there's somebody to see you. The man is dressed
Welcome back
in
to see
robes and introduces himself as Trevor Sisen and offers his services to the crown as a true-blooded mage.
Have you ever heard this guy's name before?
No. Mine's 2.
But he notes that there is no mage in your official
Written
staff
in
now.
your staff.
So if you
Just
wish
writing
to
down
use his
the check
services,
mark
it will only
stuff.
cost you control over a province, boarding a sard, or 4 gold bars for his trouble.
So 4 gold, giving him a province to be in charge of.
Either or, a province or 4 gold bars. For if he is needed, you can call upon him to cast the more powerful spells over the realm.
I really don't have a province that I want to, give him.
Yeah, understood. Are you willing to pay him the 4 gold bars?
This is Trevor was his name?
Yeah, Trevor Sisen. Ciesen, or probably Sisen.
Master Shasin. I've just taken over as king, and just really
Not going to be here very long.
feeling, where we are as a country financially. At this point in time, I do not think that I can afford to pay you, what you are asking, even though I'm sure it is well worth the money. I would ask that maybe for 2 gold bars for your services until we are in a better position, until I am more aware of where we stand.
I am still willing to help you without the payment, as loyalty to the king. If you need my services, please call upon me.
And where will you reside?
And he gives you a location in the same province, not in the city or in the village.
GPS.
And then he's gone.
If you could, before you leave,
Oh, okay.
if you could introduce yourself to Gaelyn, my advisor. So
Yes.
he is aware.
Your Highness.
And
You're called for shortly after that, Steve. And you're introduced to Trevor Sisen, a mage of the realm.
Ah.
Who is-
One of the wood-dwelling folk, eh?
No, my lord.
No, you live here?
Yes, my lord.
Oh,
In
my
this province,
apologies
my
then.
lord. I was told to introduce myself to you, as I would potentially be coming to your assistance if you have need for mage. For a mage.
So what type of assistance could you provide?
Oh, many powerful spells, my lord.
Such as?
demagogue, and the like.
Hmm.
You do know what that is. Do you know?
I don't even know what you just said. What did you just say?
You're not sure what it is. It's obviously some mage spell.
I don't know how to make rolls in this game. What do I do for
What's the...
It's intelligence minus 2.
Then subtract 2 from your intelligence. You want to roll under that on a d20.
Yes, no problem.
You know that is one of the more powerful realm spells that can affect an entire province. It plays upon the fears of the royalty and loyalties of a province towards its ruler, and then can increase their loyalty or lower it, depending on how the mage casts the spell.
If it's like this.
You will be happy. Oh yeah, jazz hands the other one.
Yeah.
Well, if we have need of your services, I'm sure we will summon you.
Very good, money. And he gives you information on how to contact him. It's essentially to send somebody to a village that's not too far from the woods.
Gotcha.
And then he's gone. And that same day, it's a busy day for the start of the new regency. You receive, appears to be an invitation that reads, "The honor of your presence is requested at River Hall on Haelyn's festival in the year 551 Michaeline," which is this year. Haelyn's festival is in about a week. Yeah. With the marriage of our children, Lara Belaine and Erik Pelien, we also celebrate the joining of our two houses. We could think of no better gift than your blessing. Give me roll me an intelligence check real quick.
Do I have to roll that number or under?
Yes, intelligence or less. Let's just see if you know who these people are, or if you're going to have to ask.
I do have
somebody.
heraldry as a profession.
Oh, what's heraldry?
Not profession, but
is it
a
wisdom?
proficiency.
Is it wisdom? A wisdom proficiency?
It's
Or is it
intelligence.
Okay. So just roll your intelligence.
12, no.
No, okay. You're not sure who these people are.
Okay.
You could probably ask somebody. What was his name? Michael? Richard? Richard might know.
Johnny, Jerry, Joey. And
He pulls down a big book.
Shakto.
You do have a library. You could probably figure out who this is. It takes you a couple hours probably.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm used to the library.
And the Pellians and the Blaines they're in Donnell province over in this way, two separate parts of it.
Yeah.
They have been feuding for hundreds of years. Their families have been.
Oh.
Some nasty feuding. So this marriage looks like it might be some kind of a peace accord between two feuding families.
Did we figure out what the scale of miles
Oh wait, no.
is?
Two different provinces, sorry.
Yeah.
The Pellians are here, I think. The Groom's family's here. Yeah, the Pellians are in Donnell, and the Belaines are in Hadrian. I think that's what that says. Howard. And usually a wedding like that's a week-long event. You go, there's all kinds of stuff going on, contests. You're going to meet with all kinds of nobles from around the kingdom, possibly some from other kingdoms.
Do we know how long it's going to take to travel from where we are to there?
Probably not long. Erik, what do you figure? Probably a few days. It's roughly... Where's Aaron? It's probably about 15 or 20 miles.
Oh, that's not bad.
It'll probably take you a couple days, though, with an entire retinue. Which, if you go into a noble wedding, you have to take a retinue. You can't just show up. It's, "Hi, I'm the king. I got a cab. I'm here."
Yeah, you could.
You could. That'll probably pretty much be...
I'm the king.
Yeah. But you
It's
also...
good to be the king.
No.
Not as much as you might think.
This boy. Well, we will make plans to be there. We have a week.
Mm-hmm.
And Richard is, putting together a large,
Yeah, you're not going to be able to show up like that.
groups.
No. He's talking about the Chamberlain who's putting together the large thing for him to...
Yeah.
He was talking about when we get back from our disguise tour. We're
that
going to
one.
go on a
Yes,
real
yes, yes.
tour.
So that's what we do. We'll go out for a couple days and just look touring the countryside, and then
Okay.
we'll come back, and then we'll take the entire group over there.
Okay. Okay, the tour of the countryside is uneventful. You return.
Well, thank the gods that's done with.
I want to go again.
It's actually a bit dull.
That was quite enjoyable.
And actually, it's kind of strange because when you get to towns, people are already lined up on the street, and they're like, but they're kind of lined up like there's a parade, but at the same time they have little flags, and at the same time, but they're not looking at you. They're like, one little boy, is that the king? No, shush. All the inns that are prepared for you have like the best food. But everything, whenever you ask people, they're just like, "We did. Oh, you're the king. I had no idea." There's one inn called the King's Head, and it's got a painting of you over it. It's a pretty accurate picture. And the innkeeper just refuses. You can't be the king. The king wouldn't dress like that. So
And as soon as he turned around, we're slipping people cold. Sure.
But it's like obviously it wasn't somewhere how word got out that this was going to happen, and people found out who was going where, and
I had nothing to do with that, my dear. It was not me.
yeah, because you already what's his name to do it.
And then we will go back.
Okay, so
and
that only
prepare
takes
to go-
about 3 or 4 days.
Prepare to go to the wedding.
Okay. And also, your guards were all there. How did you handle that the next morning when you're all 24, or 2 days hence, when all 24 guards and the sergeant were ready to go? They're dressed in, like, clothing. One guy has got all this frilly crap on. He goes, I'm a merchant! Shut up, Howard!
Just gotta roll my eyes and
Most of them are just dressed
short
normally.
sheet their beds at night.